Okay, so the last couple of weeks, Baker Mayfield has had to go on the road out west, Seattle, San Francisco, good teams. And in both games, Baker...
Yeah, he still thinks the Buccaneers went to San Francisco yesterday, and nobody has bothered to correct him. He said the same thing to John Middlecoff yesterday, so he really believes this. He's not just misspeaking. He really thinks the Buccaneers were on the road. I assume because they were wearing their white jerseys, and the 49ers were wearing the red jerseys they typically wear at home. And the stadium color scheme is vaguely similar, so he just assumed the Buccaneers won on the road.
Baker Mayfield was the difference. He's missing Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and Bucky Irving. Emeka Egbuka got hurt in the game. Baker...
He keeps talking about all the things Baker Mayfield is missing. What about all the things the 49ers are missing? What about what Brock Purdy is missing? Brock Purdy is missing his toe. Brock Purdy's not even playing. Okay, so there's nothing for Brock Purdy to overcome. Brock Purdy can't overcome injuries because he's not even playing. Mac Jones is a backup quarterback with body parts falling off of him. So I don't know what's, I mean, I like Baker Mayfield. I hope the Buccaneers continue to do well, but I just don't see how, talking how, they overcome, they beat a team suffering a Geno Smith side. That's what the Raiders fans call Pete Carroll and Geno Smith's tenure. They call it a Geno Smith side, a Geno Smith side. So good job for the Buccaneers for overcoming all those injuries, but let's be real here. They beat a team suffering a modern-day Geno Smith side. Congratulations, I guess. By the way, one of you guys, Eric Reed, was mad at me because I said the good thing about having Mac Jones is because you could just do quarterback sneak after quarterback sneak, and who cares, right? And Eric Smith got mad at me when Kyle Shanahan is the one calling the plays. So clearly Kyle Shanahan doesn't care either. So why are you upset at me? I mean, that seems hardly equitable that you're going to take it out on me, but Kyle Shanahan's fine. He's a genius for calling it. When I said it, it's heartless, but when Kyle Shanahan actually calls the plays, being in charge and everything, that's okay. It's only bad when I say it. But to your point, Eric, if there was a rule change next season and they attached chainsaws to the helmets, I would be for that. So I take your point. If the wild card next season was gonna be played like in a Shark Tank, I would be hyped for that. So I take your point. This man cooks a perfectly boiled egg in just seconds. No fancy tools, just pure experience. Just leave it. I don't see how that's improving the egg. That's my only problem with this. It's more work for you, and you're not adding anything to the egg. You're making it worse. Oh, come on. How is that? There's no added value there. That's my only point. Why would you pay, just leave my egg on the heat. That's all I need. I don't need whatever this is, whatever is happening now. I don't need that. You pay extra for that. That's my point. Just leave the egg. Just give me the egg, actually. Just hand me the egg. Here's Mark Sanchez coming out of the hospital.
Mark, is there anything you want to say to the people of Indianapolis?
I'm just focus on my recovery. And
he's going to focus on his recovery.
The first responders.
I told you he would do that. I told you he was going to be like, oh my God, I have to focus on my recovery and the alcoholism. It's a disease and I got to focus on recovering. I have to focus on recovering from beating up a 70-year-old man. I have to focus on treating the alcoholisms. It's a disease of alcoholism. I told you that's what he was gonna do. So he'll probably get like community service, which would be like giving speeches or something. You guys want to do another luxury watch identification? Yesterday we did Kyle Kalinske, Democratic Socialist. He was wearing a Tag Heuer, a fairly humble watch. He could certainly afford more, but he went with a humble Tag Heuer Carrera, MSRP $4,000. Mike Greenberg was wearing an Explorer 2 Black Dial. Strange choice. I think it was a gift from his wife. I believe his wife used his money to buy him a gift, because I just don't believe somebody would buy an Explorer 2. Let's see. Let's do another one here. Here's the Ravens' Marlon Humphrey. Marlon Humphrey. He is wearing a... That is a... That's a Sea Dweller. You can tell by the gradient, the blue to black gradient on the dial. That is a Sea Dweller. Big watch. MSRP, I don't know. I've never looked into it. I assume like around $10,000 probably. Now here is Gavin Newsom wearing a very humble watch. I have that watch. That is a no-date Submariner. That is a very egalitarian watch. I'm sure he would wear like an AP around his buddies when they're eating at the French Laundry at the Michelin-starred restaurants. I'm sure he'd wear a Patek or something. But when he is slumming it with the people, he wears a Submariner, and I respect that. I respect that.